Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing great. In today's video, I'll show you how you can configure automatic emails in SAP Business One. A practical example is you want to email marketing documents to your business partners when a user saves a document in SAP Business One. For example, when you create an AR invoice in SAP Business One, you want SAP to send an automatic email to the customer and attach the PDF copy of that invoice in the email. So the available options for the emails are SPO Mailer service or Outlook. In today's video, I'll cover only SPO Mailer service. There will be another video for Outlook configurations or how we can use Outlook. Configurations are not complicated. Uh, Very simple configurations, few steps. So let's go to system or before going to system, let's have a look on the configurations. So first of all, you need to make sure you have enabled the mailer service in the SLD. If you are using multiple databases, you have to make sure you enable the mailer service in the relevant database. And it's required in both SAP Business One version for SQL and SAP Business One version for HANA. If you don't know how to access the system landscape directory uh, from the SAP Business One menu, you can simply go to add-on administration and click on the manage extensions and choose system landscape directory. When you click on the system landscape directory, it will ask you for the site user and password. If you are using SAP Business One version for HANA, then you have another option in the services under the job service to configure one mailer to be used as a common email service for all the Business One databases. Once you have enabled mailer service in the SLD, the next thing is from Business One client, you have to configure the SPO mailer in general settings. So in the general setting, under the services tab, you have a checkbox called enable company specific mailer. You will enable the company specific mailer and configure the sender email. You can have Gmail, Hotmail, or even you can use your company email. You need to provide the SMTP server, SMTP port, authentication method. The most common method is the login authentication. So you can enter your username and password and use the TLS encryption if applicable. After these configurations, you have to enable the automatic sending of email in the print preference. For example, I want to email AR invoices, so in the print preference on the per document tab, I'll choose AR invoice, and when adding document, I will enable email document. And if I want to have a default subject of the email, I can enter the default subject and a default body of the email. However, both of them are editable at the time of sending email. So, for example, I'll create an invoice for a customer called MaxiTech. I'll select NGL, and the moment I'll click on add, system is asking me uh, the moment I add it, system is asking me, would you like to attach the PDF copy? I'll say yes. And the window to send the email is opened in SAP Business One, and you can see the default subject and default bodies showing here. And the email address is also selected from the master data of the customer. You have to keep in mind the email address here is basically the email address assigned to the contact person selected on that invoice. If there is no contact person, Then SAP will read the email address from the general tab in the business partner master data. If you want to add more people, let's say you have more than one contact person and you want to email the document to all of them, simply click on add recipient, go to contact person and you can choose the other contact person as well. If you want to send this email to SAP Business One users as well, from the add recipients menu, you can choose the other SAP Business One users also. So the moment you will click on the send button, SAP Business One's mailer service will send this invoice to the customer. And if I click on the attachments, I can see there is an attachment. If I double click on it, so it's the default layout which is converted to PDF and it's saved in the attachments folder. A very common question which I receive from my customers: what if business partner will respond to this email? Since there will be one sender email for all the documents, let's say there are SAP Business One users who email purchase orders from SAP Business One. There are some other users who are emailing some finance documents to the business partners. So it's a one centralized sender email. What will happen if customer will reply us? Definitely you will not receive the reply because that is a sender email. That is a general email unless you log into that email and find it there, or you can mention a line here in the body in the predefined text. In case of queries, please, in case of questions or any issues, please reply to a different email. Or a workaround is you can save a distribution list. In that distribution list, you can select your user, and while sending this document uh, in the recipient's selection, you can choose that particular distribution list. Let's say I have a distribution list where manager 2 is assigned to that distribution list, and this is my user. So I included my user also in the email. So in case if customer will reply, I will also receive the email because so if you want to define a new distribution list, a very easy way is I'll send this email, and from the send email window I can remove this recipient, click on add recipient and choose another SAP Business One user, say manager 2 email, and save to distribution list. Let's say AR invoice 2, and I can see a distribution list AR invoice 2 is available. There is a drawback here to use the distribution list. You can't select your user in the distribution list. So you can ask someone else to save a distribution list with your user, and you can use that distribution list while sending the emails. You can find the status of the email from the standard SAP Business One outbox and sent items. That is not complicated. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe, and share.